If you're a mortgage broker and you want DSCR loan leads, I'm going to show you exactly how I got a client out in North Carolina, about a 1,300% ROI on their Google ad spend, just targeting investors looking for DSCR loans. It's pretty gangsta. All right, so we are in the ads account of that client in North Carolina. This is going to show you that they spent $1,256 from January 15th to March 20th and got 38 leads, 12 booked appointments. That is not correct because sometimes Google will throw you off with their conversion metrics, which is fine. The real numbers, and I'll show you this in the CRM here in a second, it is 1,256 spent, but it's 46 leads that they got and 29 opportunities, which we can track based off who responds to automations and who books appointments. 15 booked appointments, so about a 32%. 9 apps, so they pulled applications at about a 20% rate, which is gangsta. And then 6 pre-approvals, which is about a 13% pre-approval rate. 3 of which closed for $830K in loan volume, about a 6.5% closing rate, and about $418 per closed deal. Now, revenue-wise, it's about 16 grand. Roughly, they make 2 points a deal, and that's going to be about 13 to 1 on their ad spend, which is always fire. So what did we do? Well, in the ads account, I'll show you exactly what we did on the ads keywords headline side, and then we're going to dive into the landing page and the automated follow-up as well, so you can kind of see some of the messages we were sending out to get this 63% response rate, which again is pretty solid. So the ad side, we're running a manual cost per click campaign, very, very targeted, especially with a small budget. You want to make sure that every single dollar that you spend is going towards the exact person that you want to target. In this case, it's investors. And so we're targeting people that are literally typing in DSCR loan or DSCR loan North Carolina. Now, across all ads accounts, I have seen this keyword right here, DSCR loan, and then state, perform exceptionally well. And I think it's because if somebody's located there and they're typing in that specific of a keyword, there's typically a lot of search volume behind these keywords per state, but they're looking for something specific, right? They're not just looking for what is a DSCR loan or how does it work. They're looking for a DSCR loan in North Carolina. And that's why I think that this keyword actually produced 1 or 2 of the deals that came through, which is pretty cool. But I digress. So the keywords are here. The ads that we use, literally just 3 headlines. So DSCR loan North Carolina. So we match that keyword with the headline. I love to do that. Check your DSCR eligibility. No tax returns required. The 2 descriptions that were in here were secure your investment property without compromise. Our DSCR loans are here for you. And then qualify with bank statements, 1099, no tax returns, or property cash flow. Get a quote. This is what we used on the ads. That's pretty much it. And the click-through rate was super high, so it was about 11%, which is awesome. I think industry standard gets you about 2 to 3, maybe 4%. But because we matched up DSCR loan North Carolina or DSCR loan, but we're targeting people in North Carolina, and then that headline pops up, it's huge in terms of congruency and message match. And I've actually learned this back in like 6 years ago when I was running ads on Amazon pay-per-click, their platform. And what I noticed, I ran a coffee company, and I got my coffee on the front page of Amazon just by matching the headline with the highest search term volume keyword that people were typing in into Amazon. And with that message match, because it matched exactly, and a lot of other people weren't matching that exact keyword, I was able to outrank everybody on the front page of Amazon. So I took that over here years ago within Google Ads, and it works the exact same way. It's a search-based platform. They're looking for something specific. They see the thing that's very specific. They click on it, okay? So Google Ads, not super complicated. The biggest area of opportunity, the biggest thing that people need to focus on when it comes to generating leads, it doesn't matter if it's DSCR, non-QM, USDA, FHA, it's the landing page experience. If you have a high converting landing page, your cost per lead is going to be much, much lower. Okay. Now, the landing page that we were sending people to was this one right here. I changed, this is a little bit different now than it was before. before it had a different logo up top, and this was blue text instead of black. But this is very similar to the page that we sent them to. And you'll notice right here above the fold, both on desktop and on mobile, very, very important to have this, check your landing pages on mobile, because that's where like 80% of the traffic comes from. It's all above the fold. This form is above the fold. So what people typically do, and I've seen this because we track it with a software called Hotjar, where you can actually see exactly what people are doing on a landing page. It's kind of scary, but it's pretty cool from a marketer standpoint, is people will go directly into this form without even scrolling down and looking at any of the other content on the page. Most people will just go directly into the form. So the form, it's asking, what they're looking to do, what type of property is it, what will the property be used for, what's the property value or estimated property value, and then estimate your down payment for purchase or equity for refinance, what's your credit like, and then what's the best email to send a quote to. Then it will go name and phone number at that point. One big thing that I noticed is switching email in front of the question name actually had a higher conversion rate on this form, because I could track each and every step of the form along the way. Now, another big thing when it comes to landing pages, a lot of people will tell you you need one call to action on the page, or it's going to divert everyone's attention and confuse leads. I disagree. So on this page, and this is where one of the deals came from, because again, we can track this, they just went directly down here and then just booked an appointment directly. So I like to have the option for leads to book an appointment, because if they're willing to fill out, if they're willing to fill out this lead form, then they're probably want to talk to somebody pretty quickly. Now, I haven't split tested a number in the headline. That's going to be something that I'll do next. But I have seen people just skip the lead form entirely and go and directly book an appointment, which is pretty cool. So I do like having that option on the page. The next thing that happened that we did is when these leads came in, I use Zapier to connect this lead form into the CRM that I'll show you here in a second. But we put them into an automated follow-up campaign that is 53 days long, but most people responded to one of the first 3 messages. So I'll show you that here in 1 second. All right, we back. So I did want to show you this as well before I dive into the automations. This is where I got the numbers from. So within the actual CRM. So you see 46 leads came through. And then opportunity here, this shows that they either responded to one of the messages or they booked appointment. And out of the 46, I got 29, I believe. Let me check this one more time. 29, yes. And again, two of them did close, or 3 of them did close. One of them closed on a deal and then came back with another deal and then closed. And I think that's a really big piece of DSCR loans that you get with you don't really get with like first-time home buyers, right? So we are in the automation section of the account. The way that I set up this workflow, basically, I whenever I zap the lead from that form into Go High Level, I tag it with the DSCR tag so it knows to go in this specific campaign. And then I delayed the campaign 7 minutes because I wanted to give the lead enough time to be able to book an appointment after they filled out the lead form. So I left it at 7 minutes right here. And then if they didn't book an appointment after that, then this campaign would continue. So it assigns the user, it'll send the client, a notification that they got a new lead. And here is the first message that goes out. So it says, I hope, and then right now, day of the week, this will fill in with that actual day. So it says, I hope your Thursday is going well, John. This is Alex. I saw the info you submitted to purchase or refinance or cash out refi a property. And this is filled in from the questions that I used on that form. I mapped those over into custom fields within the CRM so that I could use them as, basically a custom field within the messages so that I can customize it more. A lot of customs. But basically, it tailors it more and it helps with the response rate quite a bit. So just saw the info you submitted to, purchase a property. Looks like you might be eligible for a few options. What made you decide to reach out? I'll see how I can help you out. Now, typically what I'll do is in this message, I'll say, were you looking to see how much you qualify for? or did you just have general questions about the process? Here, we had this message go out because they actually had AI in their CRM that would then follow up with the leads, ask them questions, and then book an appointment if they didn't book an appointment. But we still got a really good response rate with this question or last statement here. If they don't respond to that, 15 minutes later, they're going to get another message that says, also, here's a link to our DSCR Ultimate Guide. It's an awesome resource, should answer a bunch of questions that you have, and then it'll have a link to the guide, which is pretty cool. I like to give value up front. And then if they don't respond, it'll wait a day. And then they'll say, hey, John, right? And this gets just a gangster response, right? People love hearing their name. So this will go out 6 seconds later, some wizardry. I hope your Friday's going well, right? I'd love to help answer any questions you have about investment property financing, how to qualify, process and requirements, really anything you need help with. When would be a good time to connect? And then it has a link to the calendar there. I'll show you a few more. It waits a day. Hey, John, you didn't purchase a property without telling me, did you? Winky face. This also crushes and gets a really good response rate. But these are just a few examples of some of the messages that go out. And really, like 90% of the leads that did respond, they came in and responded via one of these first 4 messages. So speed to lead is key here, guys. And that's why I like Go High Level. So hopefully this helped you out. And, if it didn't, I'm sorry. But if you want some DSCR loan leads, or, you want some help setting this stuff up, hit me up and let me know. Otherwise, have a great day.